Hey guys, welcome back. We have another box opening today. This is the Ryobi 18 volt 1 Plus powered caulk and adhesive gun, the P310G. We're gonna open it up and try it out. Stay tuned. All right guys, as always, let's look at some of the features on the box and then let's open this one up. First off guys, this has over 500 pounds of push force, a variable speed selector to allow the user to adjust the discharge rate, a switch lock to help prevent accidental startup. It boasts over 200 tubes of caulk on a single battery and weighs in at 3.7 pounds. So guys, let's go ahead and open this one up. Pretty simple here on the side. Just pull this out. Just like that, everything's out. Operator's manual. We have the caulk gun all secured here. And that's it for the cardboard. Now what we have, it has the manual pull, so you can actually pull this back to load the gun. And it's good to go. Next up we have right here the variable speed, so we can go from as little as you would like to as much as you would like. Again, on the trigger itself you have a lock right there, easy slide that goes up and down, so slide down to unlock, pull the trigger, slide up to lock, and we're not able to pull the trigger anymore. Again, this carriage allows the standard 10-ounce tubes of caulk or adhesive. On the front here, they also have the onboard puncture so that you can open new tubes of caulk. Once you've cut off the tip, you can puncture the new tubes or clean out, repuncture old tubes right there. Nice and convenient. And in your hand, it's actually really balanced. I've used one of these previously and really liked it. It wasn't mine, so I had to go pick up one for us. We'll go ahead and grab a battery here and throw that in just so you can see what this looks like. We don't have a tube of caulk or adhesive right here, but we will roll in some footage in a moment with us using this. So here it is on the high speed. You can see once we've unlocked it, that's on high. Now if we adjust it, you can see the difference there. We can quickly go down to something even slower, barely moving, and again all the way up to high mode, which is pretty aggressive, I'll be honest. The high is very aggressive and the low is very, very low. So the range of speed that this allows you to use is really good. And what's really nice is when you let off the trigger, it cuts that pressure immediately, which is really nice if you have a hard cutoff and you don't want to slop or make a mess. So now we'll go ahead and show you this in use. All right guys, so we have the Ryobi caulk gun here ready to use. Now we've also grabbed two other caulk guns, standard caulk guns you would find at a hardware store there. So we're gonna try those out in comparison. One thing I've already noticed just in the fact that I've used all of these previously, something I just know about these, is the size of the trigger. For someone with a smaller hand, this is still a pretty big grip, but all you have to do is pull this little trigger. One of the big issues with these more traditional caulk guns is the size of the grip. With a large glove-sized hand, it can be difficult to pull these and get your fingers on the other side of these. Obviously you can do small pulls like this, but just that initial pull in comparison, just something to keep in mind. But again, we'll go ahead and try out all three of these just to show a little bit of the difference and them in use. And for this today, we have
construction adhesive for masonry, concrete, brick. In this case, we're sealing this top capper, gluing the top cap of this wall here, this little retaining wall we've done. So we'll go ahead and pop one of these off, glue one down with one of the guns, move the container over, and so forth. Real quick, just to point out between the three guns, some of the differences. Obviously, this gun is battery powered with the trigger and speed control, has the puncture stick on the side. This one, very similar with the same pull system here, puncture on the bottom. This last one, the only difference is that in addition to having a smaller handle, it also has a release to stop the flow. So we'll see how these two work a little bit differently, but otherwise that's what we've got. Now, one of the biggest disadvantages with the Ryobi Colt gun is the weight. Obviously, with a battery on here and just the mechanical unit itself, it is a lot heavier than either of the other two, but it allows you to have that smaller pull, so might just depend on what you need there. We'll go ahead and open one of these up here. Apologize for the wind. Now, one thing I don't love is how loose this puncture stick is. So we'll puncture that, clean that off. Okay. First up, we will use, and it's interesting, you actually have to set this back in first and then up like that. Go ahead and unlock, and we can feel it engage there. Whoop, there it goes. All right, so we got it ready to go here. Okay, all right, we've got it zoomed in here, and we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue on this to help seal it. Now we're just gonna put a little bit on that one. And a little bit on that one. Go ahead and clean that off. Now that we have that good, go ahead and set that down. Just like that. All right, for the next one, we're gonna go ahead and switch this out. So to release it, simply pull back, and again, lift up the front, and it's out. To our next one, kind of the same idea, slides in like that, and squeeze. So we'll go ahead and just put a little bit there. A little bit on that one. Release it and set this one down. Repeat the same process. Pull this out. Like that. Slide this one in. And same thing here. A little bit on there. A bit on here. Now this one's a little bit different because it wants to keep going until you hit that release. So the first two are nice because they both stop as soon as you're done pulling, where this one definitely does not. Okay, make sure we have a clear surface. Slide that in. Now for the next couple, we'll go ahead and switch back to the Ryobi, as it's the one that I have used the least. We'll go ahead and get a better feel for it and show you what we're doing.
All right, guys, so some of our first thoughts on this one. Definitely a powerful tool, especially for those people that have issues with carpal tunnel or your hands cramp up easily. Even if they don't, some of the manual pulls, just getting those tubes to unlock and discharge can be difficult. And having a powered gun like this allows you to use the tool easily and free of that manual stress that can go on your hand, especially if you're using multiple tubes of caulk at a time. This takes away a lot of that pain. We also really like the variable speed. That is genius and depending on the application that you're using, is really a requirement for a tool like this. Something that you really must have, because varying the speed on the trigger is just not enough. You want to have this level of control and not have to rely on your hand. You can do a full pull on the trigger and control the speed independently. So guys, the only other thing we'd like to see is a bigger gun. Honestly, if they come out with the larger size for the larger tubes, that would be incredible. But in the meantime, this is great. We really liked using it. We plan on using it more. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell icon if you want to get notified each and every time one of our videos goes live. And as always, make sure to comment below to let us know what tool you want to see next. Thanks for watching, guys. It boasts 200 plus 18-volt power Caulk and Adhesive gun, P310G. Star. And there it is. We'll grab a battery and